In this video, I'm going to show you how to use LinkedIn for your business. So there's 6 things I'm going to be talking about when it comes to LinkedIn. The first thing is you must upgrade to a pro account. Now, what's the difference between a pro account and a normal account? Well, the pro account, you get to do something called direct messages, meaning you can send a lot more messages and you can actually connect with more people. So and also when you do this, you know who actually looks at your profile. For example, for me, I know a lot of people that look at my profile work for top banks and the CEOs of companies. And they also tells me, whereabouts in the country they're from. So a lot are from London, Milton Keynes, and also Manchester, and also Birmingham as well. Birmingham is one of the categories. So if I know this, I know what type of people are looking at my content. I also know what content to create. Also in LinkedIn, like job profiles. So one of the job profiles is like salespeople or CEOs or directors of companies actually look at my account. So for example, when you're posting on LinkedIn, who's actually looking at your account? Like what job profiles are they? Because you want to create content. So by having a pro account, you can actually have more data-driven content posts. The second thing you want to do is complete your company and personal profiles. So a lot of people don't do this, they leave them incomplete. So for example, you want to tell people where you worked, how long you've been working for, also your skills for your company, like what's your company about. And also on LinkedIn, a lot of people always tell people what they do, but actually what you want to do is tell people what you will do for them. For example, if you help people in business and you're an accountant, don't say you're an accountant, say that I help businesses with a profit and loss statement so the tax bill is reduced. So you make it something that's what we call client facing. When it's client facing and your profile states that, guess what? You're now able to pick up a lot more clients, and then you'll get people messaging you, asking you how you can help them in their businesses. Third thing you want to do is you want to make connections with people. So if you look at how LinkedIn works versus how Facebook, you can add friends, or in Instagram, you can have followers, where in LinkedIn, you've got something called connections. And a connection is someone who's connected to you, who also be connected to somebody else. So you have like the first connection, second connection, third connection. To target high quality leads, in LinkedIn, you have a search bar. So let's say you want to connect with people. So I have a lot of people that say, John, I really want to connect with CEOs of companies. Well, you go to the LinkedIn search bar, type in CEO, and it will give you a list of all the CEOs there. So you can actually just start connecting with them. And if they follow back to you, and guess what? All the people that you're following now are all CEOs. So how do you make an income from that? All the content that you post should be for CEOs, right? So for example, you say, if you're a CEO and you're watching this right now, I've got 5 tips I want to share with you that's going to help you increase your leadership skills. So these are some of the things that you can do. And I personally think it works really, really, really well, because now you have quality followers rather than a lot of quantity followers. It's better to have 1,000 quality leads rather than having 10,000 unqualified leads. And I think this is one of the big things that a lot of people kind of get mistaken for. And you want to go for your, what we call the 1,000 raving fans. If you can get 1,000 people to pay you $1,000, that's $1 million. So you don't need to have that many clients. The fourth thing you can do is you can actually join a Facebook group. So how does that work? Well, a Facebook group is on Facebook, but if you look at LinkedIn's version, right? So let's say you join all these Facebook groups. Let's say you're joining, I don't know, a personal training, business group, property group. Well, actually, if it mirrors onto LinkedIn, if you go to LinkedIn, they also have LinkedIn groups that you can join. So you want to look at how many people they're actually following those groups, and make sure that when you're connecting with them, you want to create conversation. And here's the thing with groups: I repeat, do not start pitching and spamming the groups. What you want to do is start adding a lot of value to the group. So definitely a huge way to go, especially taking your business to that next level and making sure that you're always focusing on adding massive value. And there you start to gain a bit of what we call celebrity status within that group. And then now you start to attract. So the ways to stand out on those groups, by adding massive value, by telling other people you know what you're talking about. The fifth thing you want to do on LinkedIn to grow your business is to make sure that you are asking for recommendations and skill endorsements. You can actually send your friends to say, hey, by the way, can you give me an endorsement on my skill set? If you've coached or mentored people before, say, look, my skill set is really good at marketing or sales or admin. Can you give me an endorsement? So the more endorsements you have, the more star profile you start building on LinkedIn. For example, my LinkedIn profile is a star rating, right? So there's different ratings you can get, but you want to get to that star rating. So LinkedIn will show your profiles more to people who are relevant that read that stuff. Okay, the sixth thing that you want to do is to make sure that when you're connecting with people, you're adding massive value. You may not ask anything in return, but every time you're adding value to people, just say one little thing. By the way, who else do you know who could really benefit from this? And you might be specific. Who else do you know that would need to grow their social media profile to generate more leads, to get more sales? That would be how I say it. So when I'm consulting with people, let's say I'm doing property investment, I would say, I hope you enjoyed that session, or, I hope you enjoyed that XYZ I sent you. If you say, do you know anybody? People will say no, but who else do you know in your network that could really use these strategies to grow social media following? That's what I would say if I'm going to refer people. So I really hope you enjoyed these 6 ways on how to grow your LinkedIn for business and to earn more leads and to get more sales. And if you love this, hit that like button right now. And also as well, what I'd like you to do is, if you want to keep up to date with all my new videos that I create, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications, or follow me on whichever platform you are watching or listening to this on. And make sure you leave a comment below on, if there's a strategy that you know that will really work on LinkedIn. If you have a question about that, and I'll personally come in and do my best to answer those questions. All right, it's John Lee, the author of Business Hack. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.